What's up, cows? It's your favorite vamp cow back at it again with another React, Andy. This time round, Ironmouse in drama once again. Based upon the very first stream of the video, people are mad that Ironmouse has a skin in Fortnite, like every single popular creator that ever has their skin in Fortnite. Who cares? If you really care that much, who does or doesn't have a skin in Fortnite, get a life, get laid, mate. It's not that deep, but I'm excited to see everything that will unfold, because I know exactly what's gonna happen. People are gonna say Ironmouse is hateful, Ironmouse is racist, Ironmouse doesn't deserve a Fortnite collaboration because of that. My response: Kaisenat has a Fortnite skin. I think there is a more plausible argument for that guy being hateful, and whatever definition you have for that, and racist, and whatever definition you have for that. I believe that guy probably fits the criteria more than Ironmouse. Do I personally think so? I really don't care. I don't know. I don't care. I don't watch Kaisenat. I just know him as the guy that constantly says the N-word in like every sentence, because he never read books until he did for like 100 days for a PR stunt, and then the PR stunt fell off, along with his clothing brand, which also fell off. So anyways, Ironmouse.
Guys, we're here. So in this video, we'll be talking about the latest round of harassment that the VTuber Ironmouse is facing. Now, this is one of the posts that has the related comments going after her. It seems very innocuous if you're a normal human being.
Yeah, because... Yeah, it's just a popular creator getting a Fortnite skin. I mean, you would have thought that you would have had it like a long time ago. I mean, it's kind of like perfect for any VTuber to have Fortnite skins. Aren't there already like other VTuber like Fortnite skins? Isn't there a Crony skin? VTuber Fortnite skin. I'm trying to remember now. Oh, we have well, let's see. We have Kizuna AI and Hoshimachi. I don't watch either of these people. Really, that's it? Hoshimachi and Kizuna AI, that's really it for like Fortnite skins? I thought we had like more people. For VTuber wise, okay then. Unless you count Burnt Peanut, in which case Burnt Peanut's the third for the third Fortnite skin.
It's simply an announcement regarding an Ironmouse in Fortnite collab. But unfortunately for her, this has awakened the Twitter.
Yeah, so it doesn't even look like she's gonna get her own skin, which is too bad. It looks like a backpack, based upon, well, the preview, which is too bad. But I mean, hey, she's getting Fortnite. Still popular game, even though the game's been out since what? Since like 2016, 2017. You know, it's still like one of the most popular games, along with Minecraft. So that's still a W.
Twitter freaks, and they are going crazy in the replies and quotes,
Always the
accusing her
Twitter
of all
freaks.
kinds of heinous and slanderous things, calling her a
He's gonna say racist.
racist.
I knew it, and I already said that earlier too.
Also saying she's faking her illness, and even
she's faking her illness. Proof? Man, if she's LARPing her illness, dude, that has to be like the most insane LARP of all time, because she's been keeping this on for at least, what, 4 years now? Imagine being able to actually fake that you can't go outside for like 30 minutes for 4 whole years and somehow never getting caught. Right. Yeah. All right, sure. For those that are Cro-Magnons, she's obviously not faking it. You're honestly a retard if you believe so.
Even accusing her of legitimate crimes. Here's just a small little tidbit of what you should expect. People saying that she is worse than...
She's a crybaby that's obese? We don't even know what she looks like. But okay, it must be VTuber. VTuber exists equals obese. Alright, man. Alright, sure, buddy. Crybaby? She had like one moment. She had one moment with like Rakai and like Ray the Asian boy, where they were kind of, I mean, they you know, they kind of like came up to her and they were asking like fairly normal questions, but at the same time though, it's Rakai and Ray Asian boy, they suck in general, so I can't go too hard on her for crashing out on them afterward. I don't blame if she has like a personal grudge or hatred for them, because those guys, they suck.
Epstein. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a round of Ironmouse derangement syndrome, because unfortunately people can't come across someone they find annoying or don't like in terms of content creation. No, they have to go the extra level to engage on any post about them and say absolutely heinous and deranged things.
Well, of course, because that's not them. They're not the popular ones. These unemployed losers, they have nothing better to do with their life than, either hate themselves or hate the people around them. And usually, 99% of the time, it's hate the people around them, because why would you ever want to hate yourself? You're perfect. They're perfect the way they are. So they believe, probably.
And when you go to the post itself, obviously a lot of people are celebrating, but you also have a lot of people freaking out. Now, you have to understand something very interesting. This is the Fortnite community, so a lot of children. So they're not just Twitter freaks, they have that as well. And not only do they just kind of spurg out and say crazy, heinous things, they also have a very hard time communicating.
Do they? I don't know. I don't play Fortnite, and I don't know what the Fortnite quote-unquote community is like anyway.
And sharing their thoughts. They have to speak with pictures, basically. They have to respond.
They have to speak with pictures. Yeah, average Gen Z experience.
With memes, because otherwise they don't.
Average chronically online Gen Z experience. Dude, I'm so happy that I've disconnected and blocked all the fucking wankers that only talked in emojis. That shit was so annoying. Imagine trying to have, like, a serious conversation, or just not even a serious conversation. Imagine trying to have a conversation with anybody, and they just send a GIF or an emoji back, and, like, you send, like, a whole... You can send, like, 2-3 sentences, and then every single time, they just send an emoji back. Imagine sending a whole paragraph, 6 to 7 sentences. And then, of course, the loser sends an emoji GIF back. Shit was so infuriating. And those people wonder why I don't talk to them. Those people wonder why I don't like them. How about taking some basic communication skills classes? You know what? How about you talk to a character AI? Because you can't use GIFs or emojis when talking to those guys. So how about you talk to a character AI, and then you can talk to a human once you've done that for like a month or so.
They don't know what to say. You can see a lot of posts like this saying, who is that? Because according to the internet, I guess, if this random user has not heard of someone like Ironmouse, then clearly they're not very important. It's very narcissistic and weird. Like, again, if you don't...
Yeah, but it is always pretty funny, though. I mean, there's plenty of... I mean, you also had, like, that one fat guy that was on, like, Hassan Piker's channel recently. I can't even remember his name. Bro was just on there, and I was like, who is that guy? Who... I've never heard of you before. Are you famous? It's always like a, it's a low ball, low tier insult, but it's always funny.
You don't want a related collab item with Ironmouse, then just ignore the post, but they have to share their thoughts. They're that impulsive. Here's another one just, well, going mask off, saying, when you genuinely trying to hate, but all the comments are positive. Oh.
Okay, buddy, that's just, I'm 14 and this is deep humor.
Shucks. It's too bad Ironmouse is not being harassed more for simply collabing with Fortnite. And then there's deranged stuff like this saying What
is this? What does that even mean? What? Ain't no way this person's trying to say BB no money. Fucking Ironmouse has an hotel in the AMD creators are funded by Jewish people. My brother in Christ. I think they're anti-Semitic. Everybody but really Ironmouse, I'm pretty sure all those people are a little anti-Semitic. Or they just don't appreciate the Jewish religion whatsoever. But okay, go off, I guess.
2 more to go. With 5 nights in Tel Aviv. Yeah, somehow this is roping in Israel. Because, well, Hassan viewers like this probably think everything goes back to that. And then you look at the accounts of people making this. This is their bio. What in the Diddy blood doing on the calculator? 6.
Bro.
7. I think I just got...
What in the corny? You know what? It kind of makes sense that they would post something so, like, corny. It's not even corny. It's, like, funny in an absurd way. Like, how can... how can you not laugh? Like... It doesn't make sense with the slightest form of thought. Maybe BB no money. Maybe that guy would be, like, in support of Israel in anything Jewish related. Maybe. Ironmouse, definitely not. She's neutral. I don't think she cares. These two, I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure if you ask the creators their thoughts, they would probably say that they don't like what Israel is doing. or Jewish people. I don't know. It's not quite synonymous, so let's just go with Israel.
We think everything goes back to that. In this bio, you also see people saying, we don't want AI girls, F off at Fortnite.
Bro's so brain rotted, he can't even tell the difference between AI and reality.
Once again, calling a VTuber AI because they can't wrap their minds around the fact that these are real human beings behind VTuber models, but they're also virtue signaling about AI, which I got bad news for you. You might want to hold my hand as I tell you this. Fortnite uses AI. It's not even a secret. Epic is very open about this stuff. In fact, with this whole collab, there is one legitimate criticism you could raise, because as user point out here, wasn't Ironmouse virtue signaling some months ago over NTE using AI, but is now collabing with Fortnite? And that is very true. She dropped her Neverness to Everness sponsorship because she believes she was deceived about the presence of AI in this game, and her claims about...
Yeah, but to be fair, NTE did, like, lie to several people. They lied saying that they don't use AI at all, and then it got exposed that they used a lot of AI. And that definitely ruined their... That ruined their train. The snowball stopped getting rolled. The train was halted on the tracks. Whereas Epic, they're more open about it, and I think Ironmouse is more okay with that. Or she just may be willing to overlook that because, I don't know, maybe she likes Fortnite. Maybe she plays Fortnite more than we more than we expect. And she's just willing to overlook that because, well, she gets a skin on there, or an item on there, backpack, whatever it is.
What the devs were saying or not saying about AI and how she felt.
It's called having nuance.
Deceived is something that a lot of people criticize because it seems like it was very public information that they were using generative AI. It was something they publicly announced long before the sponsorship, and that whole situation was a mess. And then people started looking at other games and companies she has worked with, either...
Damn. Literally, NTE uses AI. No, every other game uses AI. It's okay. I mean, you know, it is a little funny. But I think the only difference is that NTE people just I don't know, you could say that, like, you could just say it was a cancellation campaign that worked, but at the same time though, the game just looked like shit, so I just think it was like an easy out to say like the game is ass and she just didn't want to play it.
Streaming their games or...
Then again, that was contract, so she got contracted for like to play the game for money, but then she said they lied in the contract, so you know what, whatever, who cares.
Being directly sponsored where they use AI and she had no problem with it until NTE used generative AI, which seems like a very 2026 kind of conversation. But when it comes to Fortnite, it's very clear that Epic uses AI. In fact, they have confirmed that they use generative AI to help create concept art and designs for...
Alright, the idea of nuance, though, with the fact that, like, she was also okay with all these other games having and using AI, kind of corny.
For new skins. And all you gotta do is go to Fortnite's website, and they immediately promote some of their AI-powered tools where you can create NPCs and entire conversation logs using generative AI. So that is a legitimate form of criticism, but a lot of it is being ignored in that case because instead people are basically casting Ironmouse as the worst human being ever. And also when it comes to collabs, you can see there was the Burnt Peanut collab with Fortnite.
I've already seen people saying this is worse than the Chud Peanut. How? It's just the exact same. It's not even remotely different.
We covered that on the channel before where people were freaking out because they claimed he was a bigot and that Fortnite had completely sold their soul and that they were never going to play that.
Basically, just nothing wrong with the Burnt Peanut collab. There's nothing wrong with this collab.
And of course, everyone kept playing Fortnite. It was just virtue signaling online. You can see people saying, I've already seen people saying this is worse than the Chud Peanut. How? And some people confirmed, in quotes, because they're losers or they hate women, end quote. No, her music is effing buns.
Facts. Her music does suck. Her music does suck, but I mean, why does that matter if why does that matter if she's having a Fortnite collaboration? Okay,
and I'd
buddy.
rather spray my brains on the ceiling.
Hey, yo, chill, buddy. Listen, Demon Dice Mori Calliope's music also is garbage. But there's no it's not that bad. It's like 3 out of 10, maybe 4 out of 10 at most. It's not worth giving yourself to.
Then listen to that. What What an odd response to music you don't like. There's literally infinite music out there. I'm sure there's tons you don't like, but it doesn't warrant a response like this. And also, yeah, I think it goes a little beyond.
You know, I'm getting reminded now of when Trainwrecks, he faked himself. He faked his stream crashing. I think it was Trainwrecks, right? Train, W-R-E-K. Wait, R-E-C-K-S. Is it Trainwrecks? Fakes stream crashing. Watching Ironmouse concert. Or no, wait, maybe it was Tyler 1. I can't, maybe it was Tyler 1? No, it was Jinxie. It was Jinxie. He's just that he's just like me for real, for real. I can't lie, like her cover on that was terrible. Definitely a 2 out of 10.
On just the music, when you start.
I mean, it doesn't help that like that second Warframe song, I don't even know. That was like the first time I heard that Warframe song, and I immediately thought that Warframe song was a 1 out of 10, and bro was singing a 1 out of 10 song.
Looking around and seeing replies like this, saying, "OMG, why is that obese crybaby see you next Tuesday out of anyone on Earth? She's legit worse than Epstein and Diddy."
What? Okay, buddy.
Combined.
All right, man. What? Yes, guys. Child touchers. One confirmed child toucher. One child toucher. Allegedly, with a lot of proof in court documents. Versus a VTuber that doesn't like the Ray the Asian Man and Rakai. Yes. Yes, who's worse? I wonder.
People they're not well, mentally, to say the least, okay? They have created such a caricature of a random VTuber to the point where they think she is more evil than these actual predators and traffickers. I mean, this is the internet in 2026 in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, it's definitely a time to be alive. Very fun. It's like fun, but it's also miserable at the same time. You see, as long as life is never-ending funny, it is a time to live. If you are super duper serious all the time, no, this is like probably the worst time to ever be alive.
This prompted other users seeing these sorts of venomous responses to simply ask, why are people so mad at her? Like, what is the actual thing?
Jealousy. People are just mad that she's like more famous than them. That she's actually getting this opportunity. Like, I can say that her music's garbage. I can say I don't like it. I can say that, you know, the way that she reacted to, like, Rakai and Ray, the Asian man, talking to her was a little corny. Or how she replied after the fact was corny. But she's not bad. There's nothing really wrong with her. She hasn't really done anything that I find detestable or really cringe or just, you know, enraging. To me, she just exists. She's just a popular, like, streamer. And that's exactly the issue, is that she is a popular streamer, and these people, they don't like that she's a popular streamer, because they should be the popular streamer. While they provide zero content, while they, like, have mediocre gameplay, while they aren't funny, while they also don't reply to chat. But they deserve the Fortnite collab! That's what I believe that is going through all these people's heads.
Thing she's done that's so horrible that makes people think she is this terrible, awful person. Don't worry, people are in the replies providing proof. And when I say proof, I mean just...
Oh boy, what is the quote-unquote proof?
Headcanon, and when pressed on providing proof, they basically just run away. Here's one example saying, wasn't it revealed she was, like, racist? I recall there was at least some racist reactions when other streamers were involved.
Bro, the most racist thing that she could have ever done is basically say that she did not like talking to Rakai. And there's nothing even racist about that to begin with. But I know some people will already put that in the idea of racism. But she's Latina, guys, so technically minorities can't also commit racism against other minorities. No, but for real, like, what has she actually done that could be remotely racist? That's right. There's nothing.
They're referring to a situation where she was at the streamer.
Look, I heard it from someone. You have Google too. You know what? Fine. Let's use let's not use Google. How about let's use 3 different AI? Is Ironmouse the VTuber racist? Question mark. I'm sure we already know the answer. I'm still going to ask it anyway, but we already know the answer. I just want 3 different robots to confirm what I already know is the truth. Let's see. No, Ironmouse is not racist. A Puerto Rican streamer. Okay. No, there is no criminal evidence that Ironmouse, a Puerto Rican streamer, is racist. Based on available information, there's no evidence that Ironmouse is racist. Wow! Wow. Hey, man, you have Google. Look it up. Hey, man, I just used Google. Gluttonous Goddess, I used Google. Actually, I used Google Gemini. I used ChatGPT, and I used Grok. They all say no. So, what do you have to say to that? What is, what are you going to say now? It's just the vibes? It's just vibes? You're going to bring up her just being mean to, or her talking shit about Rakai and Ray the Asian Man?
Awards, and she was on her iPad doing a virtual interview, and people like Rakai came up to her and were being very...
No way! He's actually bringing up Rakai too? Dude, great minds think alike.
annoying and asking very annoying questions. And yes, I think her reaction was a little over the top. She acted like she was...
It was a little corny, but at the same time, though, it was Rakai. Nah, but like for real, though, it actually was really corny how basically... How the day after, she was like, I gave him the stupidest response I could think of. I'm a VTuber. Of course I'm ugly. All right, man, chill. That was not some insane comeback. That was just you trying to, like, move the conversation along, but all right, man.
Harassed to a crazy degree, but I still think it was a very weird interaction in the first place, and I understand why she wouldn't want to do stuff like that anymore, continue to interact with people like that, but that didn't make her racist. People thought because the streamers she was interacting with and had bad experience with were black, that means she must be racist. And of course, they're trying to imply that here, and someone says you're going to provide the link to your source. And they say, look, I heard it from someone. You have Google too.
Yeah, I heard it from somebody, but yet you're not going to go into details. What exactly it is you heard, and you're not going to provide any source. And of course, I used 3 different AIs. They all said the same thing. So if 3 different AIs said the same thing, I'm sure it's not the case.
Yeah, the most diabolical thing you can do to individuals like this is ask them a very simple question. Proof. Do you have proof for what you're claiming? And they never provide it. In fact...
No, but that doesn't matter. Listen, you don't understand. You don't need proof in current year. It's just under the vibes.
They put it on you. They make the baseless allegation, and then they say, you got Google, find out the truth. It's absolutely insane. Here's another one claiming that Ironmouse...
Fake having an illness. Proof? Exactly. Didn't I say this? I said this earlier, too. No, wait, never mind. This was brought up earlier. This was brought up earlier, I believe.
Having an illness.
But I did because
an immune disorder.
That's why I talked about it.
Bedridden her for I think her entire life.
Again, bro, it'd have to be the hardest. This would be the most extreme LARP ever. To do it for 4 whole years, and have not one person around you blow the whistle and say it was fake. Because it's not fake, because it's real, bro.
And people have constantly come after her for that, claiming that she's faking it. Of course, they have no proof. And when asked for proof, they say, yeah, the proof is Ironmouse hasn't done a face reveal or shown any medical documents.
My brother in Christ, of course she doesn't want to show any medical documents, or her face. She wants to remain a private person forever. That's kind of what the internet was for. From the very beginning, is for you to just remain anonymous and then post whatever you want on the internet. Without any sort of police.
Or have any third-party verification.
So long as it actually wasn't any criminal activity. Obviously, obviously nothing that is against the actual law of the United States.
Anything. If you're going to use illness to farm sympathy, then you should provide some evidence of having it. Yeah, heaven forbid, Ironmouse would have a disease that leaves her bedridden, and she has to prove it by showing random users like this a picture of her face and her medical documents to confirm what she's doing. Also, she is not farming sympathy. She just has the condition, right? And she's honest about it.
Yeah, also here's the thing, because she has this autoimmune disease, she's basically bedridden, or she has to basically stay at home and cooped up inside a room all the time. If she revealed her face, if her face ever got revealed, that would lead so many people to find out where she lived, and there'd be so many stalkers and so many harassers constantly coming to her residence. Because she quite literally wouldn't be able to go anywhere. She's stuck. Everybody would know exactly where she is. If she ever got, like, doxxed once, her life is kind of over. So, yeah, wow, it's so surprising that she does not want to reveal any documents.
Because it affects how she produces content. She's very limited in terms of getting out and doing a lot of the collabs that her other friends and streamers do, especially IRL stuff, because she just can't. Right? She's not trying to milk it for money. In fact, she's doing kind of the opposite. She's using attention on her illness to raise money for the IDF, which people, of course, at the time mistook for the Israeli Defense Force, and then they try to cancel her for being a Zionist, but I digress, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at another set of claims here. I just hate VTubers, specifically because 90% of them get all their money off of right-wing predators.
Interesting. And of course, we asked for the source, and the source is I made it the fuck up.
Wow, that's insane. An insane thing to say, and of course...
I bet you this guy firmly believes that any cartoon character... You know, that'd be quite funny if this person genuinely believes that VTubers are always adhering to PDF files. Why do you have a Total Drama Island PFP then? You know, VTubers are basically cartoons, so under your idea, wouldn't that mean all cartoons are adhering to right-wing PDFs? So that would mean you're part of that group because you have a PFP of a cartoon. See, the slippery, you know, it's a slippery slope and everything, but their argument falls apart so easily.
Name one and show proof. And what's that other poster's response? Does it even matter, man?
Well, yeah, you're saying something with zero proof, zero credibility. You're just saying, trust me, bro. It's like, okay.
I make an outrageous claim and you ask for proof. Does that even matter? Does it even matter if I have...
Yeah, does this statement also include the VTubers where their entire gimmick is having gigantic boobs, like Alara? Is that included? Or Cinder? Or, Spite? Or Megalodon? How about you give us some ideas for what you would consider? But okay. Well, actually, no, he just says 90% of them, period. Yeah, alright, man. You know, that's the issue with blanket statements, because, again, they're so easy to pick apart.
Proof? Yes, it does matter.
AKA, what I'm saying is that this guy's a Cro-Magnon.
And they say, one, no matter who I say, you'll disagree, okay? Well, take a shot at it. Try to find out.
Yeah,
There's so many
exactly.
examples, just give one and see if any of them stick. Number two,
hey, man, here's a good one that you could use, that some people could actually agree with. Little Shondo. Prissy. There you go. Two people I could think of offhand where your argument actually might have a small validity to it. Because those people look like, those people have lolly avatars and they act like children as like a gimmick constantly for those streams. I really don't care that much, but again, that would actually validate. You would have some validation for your argument, but you know, you can't even name one, probably because you don't even know those names.
It ain't really that deep. Like, I don't care about justifying my hate for VTubers. I just don't like them. It isn't.
Also, a little side, dude, Little Shondo's ASMR is awful. Dude, I try to listen to that, and man, that thing, like, makes you want to fall asleep in, like, the bored way. Not in the way that I actually would want to fall asleep to it. It's like... the whispering is not it. The kissing noises are not it. It's just not there. I become wide awake. And you know what? I don't even become bored. I become wide awake because I am just dying from the bugs crawling to my skin from the discomfort, and I have to turn that off.
Isn't that effing deep? Apparently it is that deep, because you're going on post to express multiple times how much you hate VTubers, and also how you think there's some sort of predator network among 90% of them. Yes, it is that deep to you. That's a very deep accusation, and you can't even provide a single example to back up your claim that 90% of VTubers are engaging in this behavior. Then we get into the even more outrageous, slanderous claims, where this person says she grooms minors.
What? Man, what people do just to, like, defame people is crazy.
Racist. Fakes her illness, want me to keep going. And this person asked for proof. And they say proof is my pinned tweet, except the racist part. People are saying she is racist for what she did at the...
Bro, they actually are! Dude, I can't believe it. More than one person is saying that. I joked about it. But people actually are. People do believe she is racist because of her interaction. Again, there is plenty of people out there that believe a minority cannot also be racist to another minority group. It's the same thing as also people believing that you can't be racist to white people because they're a majority group. Listen, racism's real no matter who you're doing it to. If you're basing your judgments upon somebody immediately based upon how they look, that's literally racism. It's the definition. But again, her not liking to interact with Rakai and Ray the Asian Man, those two are shitheads. Nobody that likes them, and the people that do quote unquote like them and watch them, they just constantly make fun of them or constantly watch to see them like do stupid shit on stream and nearly go to jail. Like, for instance, Rakai. I don't know anything about Ray the Asian Man. I know Ray the Asian Man. He like crashed out after basically he crashed out after Ironmouse was being corny the day after the Stream Awards, the Content Awards, the Game Award. You mean the Game Awards, bro? I think it was the Game Awards, wasn't it? But anyway, Rakai recently he called the cops. He dialed 911 to then tell the operator that he wanted to report his barber for even a bad cut. Like, bro cannot be that stupid. Bro was doing that for content. It was so L.
Content Awards in 2025. So if you want...
And if he is that stupid... also L.
See how deranged these people are. This is the
pathetic that he is actually that bad of a streamer with that low of an IQ.
It's been a long time coming until one of these people gets sued, because this is an entire thread with zero proof, zero evidence, accusing her of literal crimes, and one of the justifications...
Hello everyone, my name is Corrupt Mouse, and I'm here today to show all my evidence that Ironmouse is faking her illness and flirt with children. I have 100 people asking for evidence of my claims, so here I am telling everyone. Now, fair warning, this will be a long thread.
Ironmouse needs...
Okay, bro's just gonna yap away, but provide zero evidence.
...to lock her account behind 18+. Otherwise, she is being inappropriate with children. That is their claim. Completely baseless and slanderous.
Listen, man, if someone under the 18 is watching like an 18+ content creator, that is not the 18+ content creator's fault. If for one, they are tagging themselves, or two, they're not like, for one, if they're tagging themselves, and two, specifically, that just means like the parents aren't paying enough attention to their kids. Like, there was a lot of shit I was doing just because my family was not paying enough attention to me. I was definitely around in a lot of places I shouldn't have been, but I knew I should have been in there. I still was, though.
But that is their claim, but you look at the account and it just makes so much sense, right? Ironmouse, #1 hater.
Bro, L. That's just an L moment.
Seek help.
And wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, anyway, just because even if you are an 18+ content creator, if you tag yourself as 18+, and you still happen to have like minors coming around, you can't catch every single one. One of them's gonna be like me, who knows just how to get through the cracks, never get spotted. I'm not gonna divulge how that's possible. It's for those that know, it's really not that hard. It really ain't. But they, there's so much self-reporting. Even then, though, again, Ironmouse is one person. She has like a mod team, and maybe it's like 20 people. I have no idea. Not everyone can get caught, even with a fantastic, great mod team, because she has 1 million+ followers on Twitter. She has who knows how many on Twitch. You can't catch every single one. There's not enough time. It's not worth the effort to go through every single account to then find out if someone is. Unless, of course, they are acting pretty sussy, and there are always signs. But as far as I remember, actually, Ironmouse is not 18+. She is a 13+ streamer. Of course, she may sometimes say things that are, like, lewd or 18+ related, but I don't believe that's what... I don't believe you should already classify yourself as 18+ if you make the occasional, like, sexual innuendo. I mean, that was kind of normalized during, like... What was it, like the 80s up until like 2015, where there'd be adult humor jokes in like child movies. But of course, though, you as a kid would never notice until, of course, you were you were an adult. Where am I going with this? I actually I kind of lost my plot. Yeah, actually, no, wait, I remember again. Yeah. Bro, just because she has a bunch of like kids in her chat that she doesn't ban and doesn't know about doesn't make her a groomer. All right,
doing anything with your time other than this, other than going and making threads and constantly replying to people, slandering a VTuber, you could be doing literally anything else. Like, get a job. I don't know what else to say. And again, it's about time one of these people find out legally.
Lost old account due to email bug. Right, buddy. You somehow forgot the password for your account.
That you can't do this. You can't do this and be so persistent about it. Like, it's just absolutely insane.
I am asexual. Okay. A #1 hater of sex. Okay. Ironmouse #1 hater. I support AI. What a corny bio, bruv.
That this is the point we're at. But here's one of the neutral responses to the situation, where this user says, I'm more neutral. Do I think Ironmouse is a bad person? Nope. But is she a sweet person? I don't think so.
I mean, like, fair, I guess. I mean, I don't know. She's never been nice to me. I can say she's a charitable person. But I don't know her as a person, so I have no idea if she's nice or not. Because I don't know her personally. I just know her as the streamer, as the content creator. Does that really matter? No.
Is she playing as her character, or is she the real deal?
She's a streamer, bro. She's a content creator. It's a little bit of both. When it comes to streaming and content creation, you kind of have to exaggerate sometimes. Even then, though, I don't think she actually has the ability to do that, because she has an autoimmune disease! I don't think she can fake her emotions that easily. Unless she has the greatest acting skills on planet Earth, where she just knows exactly how and when to overreact on things. Or maybe she's just eccentric. Heaven forbid, though, being an eccentric person in current year.
I don't know, whatever that means.
As a VTuber, because that could mean you're just acting. How dare you? How dare you be making good content for people to watch?
I don't think she has a condition like she said. It's like, do I care if she die? No.
It's just weird, man. There's plenty of people I could say that to, but saying it out loud is just weird. If you were to ask me if I would like care if somebody be game ended or not, and if that would like affect my mood or ruin my day, the answer 99% would probably be no, because I don't personally know these people. But, you know, why are you just saying it without being asked? And even then, though, whoever's asking you, if you ever have someone ask you that, what the fuck is wrong with them?
These people are insane. Literally.
Heaven forbid not having any form of empathy to. Like, there's plenty of people where if I was told that they passed away, I'd just be like, oh, damn, that sucks. And then move on with my day. There's very few of them where if they did, I'd just be like, oh, okay. Probably like Hassan Piker. If Hassan Piker was just to pass away tomorrow, I would just be like, oh, okay. And then I would just move on.
Wanting someone to pass away and having no care about it, and also making claims about her not having the condition, she said.
It's also different too with Ironmouse to, you know, just feel completely no emotion if she were to pass away, knowing that she has given, well, a bunch of money to charity. I mean, that can go for like anybody though. The fact is that why are you revealing that? Why are you revealing about that about someone who's just not a bad person? Arguably, no, not even arguably, objectively, Ironmouse is not a bad person. Objectively, Hassan Piker is a bad person. Am I a bad person because I don't care if he dies? Ever. No. Am I a bad person if I don't care if Ironmouse dies? Ever? No. But if you saying it by yourself, unprompted, is just freaky.
Says with no proof. And this is supposed to be the neutral position from these Twitter freaks. Absolutely deranged stuff, but then again, what do you expect at this point? It's sad, but it is to be expected. But yeah, that's the latest Ironmouse situation. It seems like every couple of...
As a spray, I don't even know what a sprite is. The new companion regenerates health over time and grants low gravity while healing.
Something happens, she breathes in the wrong direction, and it brings all of the worst people out of the woodwork to go after her and harass her and act like total lunatics while masquerading as the normal and good people. And again,
to be fair, this guy was kind of... They were actually like the most neutral-ish person out of all of the freakazoids. But again, they literally just unprompted said that if she dies, I don't care. Like, okay. Pretty weird to just say that. Unprompted. Nobody asked you that. I don't think anybody would have ever asked you that, but okay, man. Also, just pretty weird that you would have zero empathy for, again, somebody that is arguably, objectively, and not arguably, objectively a decent person.
The condition, she said.
Well, Twitter freaks. Twitter freaks just hate everybody. I would say it's sad, but they make great content to make fun of. If you enjoyed Rev's video here, I have the link in the description. You can like, comment, and subscribe there. Otherwise, you should tell me what you thought of my video, and you should like and subscribe as well in case you want to see more slop from your favorite cow, or Nephilim, or demon cow, or God. And I'll see you vamp cows next time I feast upon my next victim.